All right, cyber traders, welcome on back here this Tuesday, June 13th, shortly after 2:30 p.m. Eastern. I hope everybody's having some fun. We've had a phenomenal day so far. Hopefully, an even better afternoon lined up here heading into the close. But great to see all of our students and members live inside our cyber group trading room. We have Michael still with us here. Just before we had Elizabeth a moment ago, Chuck, Brian, Kathleen, Warren, and all of our students coming off the Traders Talk workshop. We had done that just earlier this morning inside our live trading room. So great to have Jeff, Michael, Phil still with us here. And perhaps if you're just joining us on our social streams, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, the works, hey, welcome on back, folks. So let me just ask really quickly. We did come off Traders Talk just earlier today, and I mean, even after that, we continued to see some runs on AI and Carvana, which is shown here. Has anyone hit their day's pay so far? Your day's pay, your daily goal, whatever number that may be. Have you hit your day's goal yet so far today? If so, just give me a quick chat back. That's all I'm asking. We'd like to ask that question inside our live trading room as early as 10 a.m. Eastern time. And we've had a bunch of us actually mention that earlier today. Now, hey, heading into the afternoon, we have a bunch of us that decide to step away. They finish up on the morning, and that's that. So I'm not speaking to a full house like I was earlier. Phil, close to his day's pay on the AI trade. That was the big runner that we caught just before. Barbara hit it just a moment ago. Sydney, I came off a coaching call just earlier today as well. He just nailed it. Very nice to see that from Sid. And like I always say to Sid and other members here, hey, if you haven't taken a trade like Jeff H. wrote, no news is not bad news. Hey, certainly someone like Jeff, who's a platinum student of CTU, he knows, and a lot of us know, that there's always going to be another trade tomorrow. So if you miss out on one today, it's not the end of the world. The market's not closing permanently, folks. Now, with that in mind, though, allow me to get excited a bit here with that said, because Carvana, we'll get back to in just a bit. But what an unfreaking believable run that we caught on this AI trade today. And in fact, we kind of started off Traders Talk with this AI trade. It was already running by the time we were beginning it. Wasn't even expecting to see such a sharp run at that exact time. So, that was where a bunch of us did well on this trade. It was right off of 38, 38.60-ish. And then from there, as it rebroke over those prices, it ended up then making the much larger move that it could have had from earlier. And boy, did it pay off. Ended up making this huge pop nearly for about 7 points up, basically from 38 and change up towards just about 45 and so. So, phenomenal move. And especially if you were to trade the calls like we were suggesting off of 38 as it made the pop, in the money to begin with. You're not looking for a move up to 45 exactly, let alone 40 exactly. If you can get just a quick little dollar pump on the equity, you're going to do well on the option play. So what a run that this had made altogether. I ended up taking half my trade out from 39.22. And I still have the second half, believe it or not. I'm looking for higher lows to build up here heading into the afternoon. And then otherwise, if they don't, no, just yank the trade. It's been a really nice trade altogether. No need to be perfect when you have a very pristine entry, and that's what we train you to do. So that said, AI, a phenomenal move. But then again, we had AI and we also had Carvana, which, as we finished up Traders Talk, it wasn't really pumping as well at the time. But as we came off the weekly workshop, we were calling out Carvana for a move back up towards 2250. And the more times it needles that level, knocks its head on that ceiling, you're looking for a big move. If it ends up making a pop and then drop, perhaps it could fall the other way and make a reversal the complete other direction. But, the more times it shows higher lows, keeps cracking its head on that resistance, it led to the better play. So very similar with AI, Carvana, beautiful run heading into the early to mid-afternoon. Those were the two big ones that we were talking about mainly. We did well this morning on FWBI. We did well on the IPX, actually. Let me get to that. That was more from the early morning session. Chart looks like crap now, but at least have to mention this from early this morning. Popped up at first in pre-market, and then just once the market opened, we had called out the initial pop. I know a couple of us were able to jump in and get a couple bucks on this trade, but this was a lot more dangerous. Much larger spread, much thinner volume out there. It got halted a few times up and down collectively. And yeah, hey, if you walked away unscathed on this trade, congratulations. And with that, hey, just this type of stock is incredibly dangerous, just given more the liquidity rather than the percentage move. There's actually safer trades that could be up a lot more percentage-wise if it has a much more liquid and filled-in order book. So, the combination just either way of illiquidity plus just it's up a lot. You don't want to hold on to this type of trade. So, for right now, this IPX we're definitely just done with here. We'll see if it's going to make a move later in the week. But honestly, what makes the percent gainers list one day often makes the percent losers list the next. Don't be surprised if this is down 20-30% tomorrow morning to start. Hey, we talked about it earlier on FWBI, very low float, very low number of shares outstanding. Don't get stuck holding on to a trade like this. I didn't even see what happened here at this point at 1 o'clock. So I guess it made some sort of crazy move down. It moved back up and got halted on the way up, actually. That's what I could see there. But after that, even it failed to pump higher. And now look at it now. So dropped off another 50 cents from there. Right now, just on the Carvana trade, just, we started off with AI and Carvana. I'm going to put those two on the main list. And with Carvana, I'd called out the support earlier just a little while ago. It bounced off it afterwards at $23.22. So simply put, for that trade, it just needs to hold above 23.22 for me. And, it's been bouncing so far there. OCFT, it's at the highs. Again, same deal with this as we said on IPX. Just because it's at the highs doesn't mean it's a great trade. It's got crap liquidity out there. We are not here to roll the dice, especially a stock like this we talked about. That's okay. Hey, we have the Fed meeting concluding tomorrow. So, hey, we've had a great day so far already. Markets are pulling back a bit here. So perhaps we'll find some shorts to work with going into the close, if we don't find anything good from the gainers list here. Tito's ended up making a nice little pop earlier, still holding near the highs. So I don't mind at least slipping this on our main list with the Carvana. All over the place right now on my desk. Carvana, AI, and Tito's. We'll go with TIO. GRCL. Michael commented on Dave and Buster's play. Yeah, had a nice pop earlier today, and it is at the highs, right? It kind of reminds me of the GitLab trade, just similar price coming off the earnings. GitLab we were following into the afternoon even at that time. So this is even showing better direction, I think, compared to GTLB back then. So you know what? I'll add this here. A little expensive, but nice move here so far. Hopefully a better play up closer to 50. Oh, scanner's refreshed on me there. All right, let's see what else we got here. Otherwise, a bunch of stocks still up percentage-wise here. So, if there is anything looking good from the gainers list, folks, type it in early. Let me know. Just looked at KC, which wasn't half bad. Big is showing some decent direction. Beautiful bounce back up off 775 and moving back up towards that 8 level here. So, yeah, Big will make the list here for right now. I like this Big Lots trade. Ended up making a big push back from last week and breaking above those highs right now. All right, what else we got? We got EH. We got It's looking pretty All right, what else we got here? We got Beyond Meat. I think Elizabeth did pretty well on that trade earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Short squeeze candidate, don't get me wrong, for as much as this had dumped off like a year and a half ago or a year ago just about, but I'll keep this on the side list at least, BYND. Maybe I'll come back to this by the end of it all. We got the Sol from earlier today too. Beautiful trade from the morning here, SOL. Just it's really flat though for the meantime. So if it was showing better direction across the afternoon or more volume traded, like literally any more volume than this, I'd be happier with it. But right now I'll pass. All right, markets are slipping here, folks. So I'd be careful on those trades, even the ones that we have on our list, AI and Carvana. If Carvana breaks under that 23.22, that's basically going to wrap up the trade that I've been in. Took some profits out earlier as it was moving up towards 24. Well, the calls I got out just at 299, but it's dropped off a little bit since, and it's got to remain higher lows. That's all. Geez, really a bunch of crap from the loser side here. I just looked at this only because it was trading a lot of volume, but it's 21 cents. Can't do that. So yeah, you got a bunch of stuff hard to borrow across the whole losers list. You got the AUUD down big off of yesterday, so that goes to show between that and stocks like AHI. What goes up comes back down. Big trees fall hard, folks. You don't want to be stuck on the receiving end of that drop-off. SMCI, not really looking that great. All right, so folks, let me know if there's anything looking good in either direction, namely on the way up, but if there is a stock that's dropping pretty sharply with the market here on the pullback, let me know as well. Matt's saying edit, which I may have noticed. Yeah, I saw that on the gainer side. I didn't look at it though. So EDIT, good heads up on this. It is squeezing back up for right now. It's hard to ignore this squeeze back up. I wish it was trading more volume per minute. But for right now, the spreads seem to be somewhat contained and yeah, moving back up. So good call. I'll add this here, EDIT from Matt H. Steve with big already. That was a little while ago. We caught that one already, looking good. There's my Carvana moving back up right off of 23.22. Gotta love to see it, folks. Gotta love to see it so far, but we got a lot of ball left, so it's a nice start, but let's have a really strong finish on this trade here for Carvana. Right off that 23.22, right? All right, social media, what do you got for me? Anyone on YouTube, Facebook Live, etc.? Hey, be a friend, tell a friend first. Just make sure that you're subscribed right to our YouTube channel. We're going to be posting a couple more videos from our Traders Talk workshop later on this evening into tomorrow morning. But otherwise, for anyone there live right now, let me know if there's anything that I'd missed. I'm missing some fresh water here. I don't have my cup filled up next to me. All right, so folks, we're looking dynamite right now here so far in Carvana. Let's see if there's anything else looking good across Benzinga. We like to jump to our Benzinga Pro scanner here. Hook, we got Tito's, which we talked about already. We traded Hook in the past. It's like just a really cheap stock though, so see if it's like a pop and drop type of play or what. Nothing really looking too tempting either way, folks. Otherwise. Nice little pop earlier on this trade Hook, but yeah, for right now I'll pass. All right, going to type my email address here early on social. Just folks, if you have any questions or trades you'd like to go over with me on the side, of course, open house for all of our students. You folks come first. But for any one of us just on social that wanted to send over a follow-up question from today's meetings, just feel free to shoot me over a quick email, josh@ctutrading.com. But otherwise, if you're interested in joining us inside our live trading room, my colleague Rich will be back on the mic at 3 p.m. Eastern, and he'll be providing commentary going into the closing bell for students like Michael, Leda, Steve, Grant, Elizabeth, and the 112 of us here right now, actually. Full house today, in fact. Michael's saying QS. Let's see. Made a nice move earlier. Really nice move. Write this down for my side list, that's for sure. I'm definitely not going to forget this come tomorrow morning, Mike. But it looks like lower highs for right now. I'll pass on here so far. Beyond meat, as we jump back to our proverbial side list here. Hey, happy I came to this here before we finished up. Beyond meat, starting to squeeze back up again, showing at least a little bit better direction on the immediate term. So I'll add this here to wrap it up. All right, so folks, in total, we got 2, 4, 6, 7 stocks to work with here heading into the market close. Hey, start and stick with this list, folks. Then around 315-ish or so, if nothing from this list is making a good move, then let's see what else is out there, right? But hey, let's work together as a team heading into the market close, and best of luck trading all together. Talk to you all soon.